Hello everybody, Mannix here. This is going to be a knife review on a very, very exciting, amazing knife. The Ozark Trail 4028. What? That's exciting? That's supposed to be exciting. A Walmart knife. It's a really, really amazing budget folder. You get so much for your money. And as far as Ozark Trail goes, I think maybe just a couple months ago, I don't know if they're making knives anymore. I don't know if Walmart's distributing them anymore. I actually don't really know what's going on. I could be completely wrong on that, but either way, this is just a knife that I've had for a couple of years, and it's absolute. I think it was about a year and a half. It's absolutely insane how much value you get out of this knife. So let's just get the specs out of the way. We have a 4-inch handle, a 3-inch blade. Let's find out how much it weighs, and this is just going off of Walmart's website. I don't really care to measure it. It's about a 7-inch total folder. What do we have here? 3.67 ounces. Yeah, so around a 3.5 ounce spot. A lot of people want their knives to be around there, and some people are like, oh no, it's 0.01 ounces higher than that. I can't carry that knife anymore. Come on, really, who cares? But yeah, it's slightly heavy for the size you're getting. It kind of reminds me of the Benchmade 300, I think it's called. It's the one with the flipper on it. Somewhat like that. I like the way it looks. I really, really like the way it looks. Now, the reason I love this knife so much is because they could get away with pricing this thing to about 25 to 30 bucks. I'm not even joking. The quality is completely there. It's amazing that it costs $3.97. $3.97. That's absolute. That is like the deal of a lifetime when it comes to knives. You literally are getting like around a $30 quality knife for less than a $5 bill, including the tax or whatever. That's absolutely insane. Now, a lot of the other Ozark Trail knives are not great. Most of them are pretty bad, actually. You do get more for what you pay for. You get about like almost like M-Tech, if not slightly better than M-Tech quality in the knives for like, you know, $4 or so. But this is the one. There might be one other one out there, but this one stands above all of them from what I've seen as far as the quality goes. It's kind of funny, actually. So it's a liner lock. The lockup is rock solid. You get G10 handle scales that have a cool pattern right here. I happen to really like the way it looks. We have a stonewashed finish on there. Not a lot of knives can say that, especially for the money. A functional pocket clip. It's only right-hand carry tip down. Yeah, but it carries well at least. We have some milling right here, jimping, whatever you want to call that. That's pretty cool. Again, all this, the milling and attention to detail, it's another step, it's another process into the whole knife making process. You have jimping right here, which is pretty good if you're into that. Dual thumb studs that are well designed. Liner lock, I'll talk about it, but it's got a rock solid lockup. It doesn't shake out on you very easily. Flipper is not amazingly done. It doesn't fly out of the handle. You do need to give it a wrist flick. A lot of cheaper knives have this problem, but flicking it out with the thumb studs is easy peasy. Very fast, very smooth. Oh my goodness, it's very smooth. And then you have a really strong lockup too. As far as it's almost a hair of side to side, but again, you can adjust it. It's absolutely insane. It's very, very comfortable in hand. Ergos are good. Again, I really am digging the way it looks. It's almost like a fishbone kind of, I don't know, like a fish skeleton. That's what it makes me think of it. I think it's really awesome. I love the tan, or coyote brown, whatever you want to call that, on the handle scale there. It's not grippy, but it's, I don't know, it's G10, when it's smooth, it's grippy in its own way. It's not like a sandpapery grip, but it's, I don't know what you'd call that, but reverse grip carries just like that. Thumb gets a little bite down right there. Now, one thing about the liner that's a problem is that it kind of juts out right there. You can see it's not really rounded. See that? So it's a little bit sharp when you're using it like this, and especially I feel it with my pinky. If you use this in a reverse grip and really clench it, oh yeah, it's very, very sharp. It hurts your pinky. But when I carry it like this, or hold it like this rather, I have absolutely no issues with it. So just one tiny little minor thing. And then the flipper, I don't really like the way it looks that much. It's just kind of like, and goes out that way. Like, why does it have to do that? It's just kind of an odd shape to me, but regardless, it's just, the quality is there, though, is my point. It's very, very high quality knife, and then somebody's like, oh, well, does it cut? Yeah, of course it cuts. It's very good at cutting. It's, I believe, a 440C blade. I'll annotate it if I'm wrong on that. I can't remember. It's something in the 440 stainless, but the heat treatment is good. It's on there. It's very sharp. It's not razor sharp out of the box, but it is really sharp. And I just kind of, you strap it up, sharpen up yourself, and then you'll be sitting pretty. The heat treatment is good, and if you do a lot of cutting with it, yeah, eventually it's going to dull on you. But you just continue to strap it, and it'll last you a really, really long time. In my case, I'm not constantly cutting stuff day in and day out for hours and hours and hours. I don't really understand who does that. There's not that many people who actually do that. They're out there, they exist, but generally speaking, most of you guys watching these videos aren't doing that. You're kind of just cutting paper here and there, cutting cardboard, testing how sharp your knife is. Some of you probably don't use your knives at all, and you just collect them and you carry them because you think they're cool. Hey, that's awesome. Whatever floats your boat. But the point is, I don't actually use my knives that much. I just use them like to open a package, or sometimes occasionally at work I cut some cardboard. It's very occasional, mild things, and when I use it, it's just like plastic wrap or something that is not going to tear up an edge. So if I'm not cutting that much stuff, who really cares how great the blade still is? As long as it's got a good heat treatment on it, the composition doesn't matter as much at that point. That's the whole point I'm trying to make here. So for $4, for less than $4, it's just, there's nothing to be complaining about here. Absolutely nothing. You're getting about 6 to 7 times the value that you're spending. It's just absolutely insane. Again, we have jimping here, and like milling, not only does it look cool, and there's like these cutouts in the handle right here, which are cool looking, and these are all steps and processes it takes when making the knife, and that all adds to the cost. It's just crazy how they keep it under the $5 value. They could easily get away with selling this for 15, 20, 25 bucks. They could sell them, and it would still be worth it. So my point is, it's absolutely amazing how cheap this thing is. And for me, it's a bonus because I love the way it looks. It's just a really cool looking design, I think. Very simple, but very cool. Blade shape, we have it's like a drop point, a little bit modified right here. Some people call this a reverse Tonto. I just call that a modified drop point. Yeah, there's not really too much to be said there. It's a very strong, piercer, the way this blade is designed in specific, but it's not really that big of a deal. Good. Some people, that throws them off the spine, but this is what we're talking about. That's the edge. It's got a good belly to it. It's good. Hey, I'm into it. Cool. There's just nothing bad I can really say about it. It's very comfortable. The pocket clip, I like it when they skeletonize the pocket clips. It weakens it a little bit, but you're not... What are you doing with your pocket clip? It's going to break it, is my point. It's almost like a little cloaking device, because if you put some fabric in there, you're going to see the fabric itself, or like the pants, whatever the color of the pants are, in that little spot. It's really stupid. Of course you're going to see that pocket clip there. It's polished and bright, but it's kind of cool. I like that, It kind of makes it even more covert. Not that it matters at all. But I've seen this design on many, many knives, and this is a very good tension on it, actually. Very good. It's a very good pocket clip design. It's easy to get in and out of the pocket. There's a nice snap to it. We have a big old lip right there, so it makes it easy to catch on to even really thick fabrics. Thumb studs, again, perfect design, very cylindrical, and then slightly tapered and rounded at the top, so it's not uncomfortable. But it's not like a cone, so it's hard to get a grip on, and it hurts your thumb. Locks up well. It's fast. It sounds like it's squeaking a little bit. I should oil it up, but it's still very smooth anyway. Here's the lockup on there. It's about like 50%, I would say. Very strong. Let's check out that blade centering. I never give a crap for blade centering as long as the blade is not rubbing against the liners, and it looks absolutely perfect. There's just, for what you're paying, it's absolute insanity how high the quality. This has to be, from price to value ratio, it's by far the biggest deal in the world when it comes to knives. It's this knife right here, the Ozark Trail 4028. And I know, so that statement I just made might throw some people off. Like, well, what, the biggest deal? That's not the biggest deal. It's such a cheap knife. It's such a piece of crap, blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying is, again, listen to what I said, the ratio of how much money you're spending versus how much you're getting, it's just like off the charts in quality. It's practically free. It's like the less than $5 range. It's just, there's nothing else I can really say about it. It's comfortable, solid lockup, good blade, that's good enough. It's stonewashed. We had a cool design here. It's got milling on there. Little bit heavy, slightly on the heavier side. That might bug a little bit people, but I personally, I've carried 11-ounce knives without an issue, so I don't give a crap, but I can see how some people would. Pin construction, or pillar design, I should say. It's screws, but that's basically the review. There's just nothing bad I can say about this knife. It's amazing to me. So anyway, that's it.